dear students. So I am Rekha, English faculty of Kumadwati High School, Shikaripur. So in the last class we have finished the first term syllabus. Okay dear students, in this class we have started a new lesson and a new class. So that is regarding for the second term syllabus. Okay, in this second term syllabus we have 4 lessons, 4 poems and also 2 supplementary reading. Okay dear students. So before going to start the poem, so I am asking you the question that is so common question, that is, so in these days, so in these recent days, how the English language importance in your life? How the language of English plays very important role in your life. So obviously in everyone's life English plays very important role. So if you know the English, you can live everywhere. So anywhere or everywhere you can live. But so it is called as an international language. So English, everyone knows English. So for example, so Kannada is a Karnataka language and Tamil, so most of the people, Tamilians can use that language, and Telugu some other people use, and French, like that. So many languages we have. So everyone have their own language, but English, so it is also a particular state or particular, so that is a language for particular people. But English can use anywhere and everywhere. In these days people can use this language so everywhere. If you know the English, you can live anywhere and everywhere. So that is the importance of the English. Okay, so this poem, Wonderful Words. Today I am going to teach a poem that is Wonderful Words. Okay, Wonderful Words. So the title itself says us that it is by name itself is a wonderful words. Okay, wonderful words. It is for memorization, dear students. You have to memorize this poem without fail. So this poem is written by Mary O'Neill. Mary O'Neill. Okay, so let us just introduce. I just introduce the poet here. So Mary Davenport O'Neill was an Irish poet and dramatist and a friend and colleague of W.B. Yeats, Russell and Austin Clarke. Mary Davenport was born in Lougher, County Galway, Ireland. She was a pupil of the Dominican convent in Eccles Street, Dublin. She studied teaching at the Metropolitan College of Art, the present-day National College of Art, Dublin, from 1889 to 1902 and Out of the Darkness, 1947. Her collection, Prometheus and other poems, was the first collection of poetry published by an Irish poet. Besides Yeats, which could be considered modernist, she is one of the small number of known early 20th century Irish modernist women poets. Okay dear students, Mary O'Neill, she is a poet. She is not only a poet, she is also a dramatist, and she wrote many poems and also plays. She is an Irish poet. She is an Irish poet and also a dramatist, and most importantly, she is a friend of the W.B. Yeats. Okay, W.B. Yeats and also Russell and Austin Clarke. So she is born in Lougher County, Galway, Ireland. She is basically from Ireland. Okay. She is wrote many of the poems. So her poetry, so her collection of poetry, her first collection of poetry was, so that is Prometheus and other poems. It is the first poetry collection of Mary O'Neill. So without wasting the time, we will start the poem Wonderful Words. Okay. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it, for English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed, for many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. Words are the food and dress of thought, they give it its body and swing, and everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing, but only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. So here, poet Mary O'Neill, she is describing the beauty of the language English. Okay, she is telling us how simple the English is, how it is simple and how it is easy. So what we can call, so if we learn something, so if we learn something, that becomes very easy. Afterwards, that becomes very easy. So before that, when we are learning, so it is very difficult to learn. So at the end of the day, we thought that we just quit this, we just quit this job. So after learning the job or after learning the thing, so it becomes very easy and we feel very happy. Like that, English is also, before learning something, before learning this language, it is very difficult. But after learning this language, it is very easy and we just smash the words. We are just playing within the language. So this is the English language. So the poet is telling us, let us see. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it, for English is a wonderful game and all of you can play. So never let a thought of shrivel and die. So here shrivel means dry up or waste away. This head. Wrinkle. Dry up. Okay, like that. And never let a thought of shrivel and die for want of a way to say. If you want to say something, don't get the thought dry or die. So if you want to tell something, if you want to exhibit something, you can easily exhibit that. You can tell so directly. So never let a thought of shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. So if you want to say it in that way, you can say it. Okay, don't get hesitate. So don't get dry up, don't get wrinkle, don't get hesitate. If you want to tell something, you can tell it directly. You can tell it very fluently. For English is a wonderful game. So poet, so that Mary O'Neill, she is telling us that. So it is English is a wonderful game. So it is like a game. We just make the words into match. We just match the words in the language. All of you can play it. It is like English is like a game. We can play it, right? Is it right? Yes. So English is a wonderful game. All of you can play it. We can play with this by matching the words. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head. So in our head, so many brightest thoughts are there. Okay, what we can do, we just match the words in our brightest thoughts, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. So when we match the words, groom means brush or clean up. Can do is to, so that they come out clear and true. So we just match the words, and so then only they come out with clear and handsomely groomed and fed. Groom means so they become clean up. For many of the loveliest things have never had been said. For many of the loveliest things. So, for example, we have lots of thoughts. We have lots of thoughts in our head. But we cannot tell those things with others. We cannot share. We didn't share anything with anyone. So, if we match those words, we can tell the magical words to the others. And everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. And everyone's longing today. So today, everyone, they want to hear the fresh and beautiful things. In recent days, in these days, everyone wants to listen. Everyone wants to hear the beautiful, the loveliest words. Okay, so this is the thing. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind words. The poet is telling us that the most beautiful thing, the most beautiful thoughts are there in behind our eyes. Okay. For example, if we see something beautiful, for example, if we can see the beautiful rose, so it looks very beautiful. So that beautiness is within or behind our eyes, behind our words. We cannot exhibit, we cannot express our feelings in front of the others. Because the only thing is, so we don't have much words to tell about that beauty. Okay, so that the poet is telling that the beauty or the words of thought, the words of love, the loveliest words are behind our eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now. So now your mind, maybe it is holding. So it is holding, it is keeping back. But one day, a marvelous new surprise. One day it will be come out of our mind. So this is the poem, wonderful words. So the poet Mary O'Neil, she is exhibiting, she is expressing her own words about the so English. So in English we can say so many, we can express our feelings in so many ways. But we have the problem. We have the problem of words, matching the words. So that we just tell our own things, our own ownness in the words. So this is the poem, dear students, Mary O'Neil. So this spelling is strong. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me after listening the class. Hope you understand. Thank you.